Hey everybody, welcome to How to Profit. That's Jason Edwards here again, and today I have an incredible guest, Levi Shapiti, who is going to do a deep dive roast of our site that we've been building on the channel, our rank and rent site, to basically just show us all the things that we need to improve on it. Levi has an SEO agency called Keep 'em Leads, and we'll have all of his information down below if you want to do a similar process if you're building out a site with him. But Levi, thanks for coming on. Feel free to be as brutal as you want, because we're getting some activity right now. We're getting some leads, but I know we have a lot that we can improve on. So I'd love your insight on how we can do this. And you have a great YouTube channel, which is how I discovered you. You've been doing it for a few months now, and Levi's putting out a ton of great content on not only rank and rent, but just SEO content in general to help you go out and do this yourself if you want, or we've paid for a consultation call right now. So we're now one of his clients in this hour for him to break down what's going on in our site.
Yeah. Yep. Run the YouTube channel, trying to scale up from here, but we'll take a look at the site. I did a full rundown of it to try to go over everything, and
Awesome.
found definitely some interesting things on it.
Cool. Well, this one's been built in public. We do have some that are private as well, but this one, feel free to share whatever insights you can share. The domain, everybody knows what it is. So this is not something we're super scared about getting the content out. We want just everyone to, not only us, learn how to improve this site, but how other people can take the same information and build their own sites.
Yeah, that's the best. I love it when people actually show how to do what they want to learn how to do. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it just looks like the Notion doc right now. So cool.
Yep, roast my site. There we go. So, attempting a rank and rent, right? Katie Concrete Service. I guess we should look at the site first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here's the rank and rent, just looking at it, getting a quick rundown. And I assume, how familiar with SEO are you?
I have ranked some sites in the past, and we've obviously watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do that. I've never expressed that I'm an SEO expert, but I want to become as good as you are. So feel free to just go from the beginning all the way up to advanced so that everyone else can catch up too.
Do you have any tools you use for SEO, or do you just build a site and then let it rip?
So I've built this site without any tools, but now we've got Ahrefs, or however people say it. So I'd love your insight too on this call on just some general best practices on that as well.
Yeah, for sure. So at least in my videos, the first thing I do to see if I can even provide SEO advice to someone before wasting time diving into it, I go detailed extension, check the headings, see if the headings are correct right off the bat. And they're not correct on this one. So
yeah, I figured we had a lot of problems with our heading tags, and this is a Chrome plugin called Details, or Detailed.
Detailed SEO extension.
Detailed SEO extension, which will give you all this information. It's a free thing you can use.
Yeah, and this doesn't mean everything, sites rank without having correct headings, but it's just the best practice, and that's how I can tell if I should even pitch my service to a business or not. So yeah, we want Katie Concrete Service. That's the keyword you're going for, right? To rank first?
Yeah, Katie Concrete or Katie Concrete Service.
Yeah. So, and then beyond that, the headings are pretty good. You just always want to go H2 to H3, 1, 2 to 3, that.
And while we're on that topic, what is the hierarchy of what should be an H2, what should be an H3? I understand that you should only have one H1 per page. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and that should be your main thing you're going for. So on our main homepage, we're going for Katie Concrete. That should be our H1. And then below that, what I don't know is how many H2s and what should be an H2 versus an H3.
So you can have as many of any headings as you want. So you could have 50 H2s if you had a ton of content, and then a bunch of H3s under those H2s. But a homepage, it'd be nice to have 5 or 6 H2s just with important content, all those signals, the expertise authority, whatnot. So the about us, the contact us, all those kind of headings.
Okay.
So you want to keep those there and just keep the structure super clear so Google can read it easily.
Okay.
Let's go to this. So it's a Go High Level website, right? You used a Go High Level template to just edit from there.
Yeah, we started with just from some other industry, and then we've totally changed it to the concrete one.
Awesome. That'd probably be a good way to start a lot of rank and rents. Be really easy.
Yeah, so part of that is now we want to build out a working model that is converting well, and then just set up all the structures and everything. What's great about it is I can duplicate this page into an entire new city. Obviously, I need to change the content and things, but the site structure and the the katieconcrete.com/services and all that stuff, that will all be intact for whatever domain I add to it.
Okay. Nice. Gotcha. So you have a clean template. And then you've had this domain for how long?
This one probably have had for a year or less. We bought it when we decided to do this case study.
Okay. Was it a used domain?
I don't think so.
And then you've done this before, right? You've got traffic to a site and then ranked it.
Yeah,
sold
it's
it.
been a long time ago, probably like in the early 2000s. I had sites that were ranking and sold leads. And then through the years, I've built a lot of websites, especially on HighLevel, but never for the intention of a rank and rent or even cared about SEO in that time.
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet. And then the goal is just to make money, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, we want to get
money.
We want to show people how to make money and also rent this site out and other sites in the future. So this is really, I'm shifting more to a model of having assets that we own that we can control and rent out. And if we lose this client, we can get another client, but we still own the asset.
Gotcha. That's a good deal. So these are the keywords you rank for right now through in Ahrefs. I'm sure you've seen this before.
Yeah.
And so really no traffic to them. You rank low, but you do get your keyword in there, like concrete contractor, Katy, Texas. There's position 14, concrete pad, like all those kind of stuff that'll be good to rank for.
Okay.
It's just, we got to level you guys up a little more.
Yeah.
And then this was super interesting that I found is Houston. That's like the big city next to you guys, right?
Correct. Yep.
So the top 2 sites were exact match domains in Houston.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I was like, well, how much search traffic do I think Katy gets? Because I checked on these guys, and these guys don't actually get like a crazy amount of search traffic. And their top keywords aren't actually even concrete service near me or like concrete anything. It's usually contractor. So like concrete patio contractor. And they don't get that much. Like they get 24 traffic, 15th position. But yeah, so it seems like concrete and then another term. I don't really see anyone searching concrete service, even though Google will reroute people, but it'd be better to have that more dead on. But what sucks is it's your domain, right? You can't
Right.
really change it.
Right. Oh, so I will tell you now, I'm reminded why I bought this specific domain is because I found that a Facebook page was already ranking for in like the top 3 or 4 for that term for Katy Concrete or something at the time. And they had let the domain go. So I was like, maybe I could message them, take over. I bought the domain first. Then I messaged them and said, could I take over the Facebook page? But they've never gotten back to me. But that's why I initially bought that specific phrase.
Okay. Yeah, but those are the keywords for the Houston one.
Okay.
And then this is the second ranking one. Their keywords, again, like no concrete service. It's all concrete work, top keyword, concrete contractors, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I would think the keyword probably would change if we could change it, but sounds like we can't. So concrete service, location, none of their keywords. And then here's like a quick to-do list. We already went over like fix your headings. Like we'll just get that out of the way.
Okay.
And then it's super simple. Like you just detailed extension, just knock them out, get in a Google Doc, and then write a lot more content. Like the site overall, it's a nice site. Like it looks professional. Most contractor sites are really simple like this. And this is good that you have that right away. But I think a lot more content just on the site, answering everyone's questions, answering every... And are these AI images also?
Yeah, I just didn't have any active ones that I could use.
Yeah, at least me personally, like, I don't know. I probably wouldn't buy from someone if I ever thought the images were AI. So I would get like Unsplash or like just those uncopyrighted images. You can get really clean ones, even though they're not yours.
Cool.
Or then just deck out this FAQ section, like go to people also ask section of Google. I think I mentioned it somewhere here. Yeah. So just answer every one of those questions about concrete service and all those. A little drop down when you Google something and it says people also ask. Yeah.
You just, you load that up on the FAQs, not as its own page. You just load that up on the FAQs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those could be H2s even for those questions.
Okay.
Yeah, fill up the page with what Google wants to see. Just describe your service, get all those headings clean, write at least like 600 words per page, just so it looks really professional. Like if you go to your competitors, like these guys, like they're going to have a lot of stuff on their website where they're just talking about them and what they do. And you could just tell like they're a super real business, right? Because that's pretty much what we're doing as a rank event. We're just bluffing that we're a real business.
Right. So our individual service pages, we've added a lot more content, but our homepage, I think, is probably lacking for sure.
Yeah, I'd say homepage is most important too.
Okay.
Because you just want your like H1, your service, the keyword you want to rank for, and then you just got to show everyone you're as professional as anyone else. And then from there, yeah, go to your competitors and don't copy, because like you'll get dinged for that. And don't use straight AI. A lot of people will like build these sites and just do all AI content, and like it just doesn't rank well because you'll end up copying someone else because AI doesn't change that much.
Yeah, a lot of ours, HighLevel has a built-in AI content generator, so we used a lot of that and then changed it slightly. But how, if I were to start with AI and then craft some of my own stuff in it, what would you, like, do you need personal flair to it? Like, this is what we use when we do concrete, or like, how do you make it more human-like?
Yeah, what I always do is I just look at other people. Like, you just read some of their content really quick, like when we're founded, like funny stuff. Like they have names and stuff, and welcome to, I don't know, you just get inspiration from other websites. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like everyone gets a sense when they're reading something that sounds like AI.
Okay.
Because it's just, I don't know, it uses all the same terms like moreover and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, then from there, you gave me access to your Google Search Console. Like half your site isn't indexed. So that's definitely a really big deal.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So definitely go into Google Search Console. I think you have 36 pages maybe. You might know. But
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it said 10 or 12 were indexed. And like those are the pages obviously ranking for keywords. And then like 16 aren't indexed. So that might be your service areas. That might be like all those other pages. I didn't check them out too in depth, but we want to get those all indexed and get them ranking for keywords. Because
so these two that you have listed, Speedy Index Bot and Index Me Now, those are services that will go and index a site?
Yeah, so you can. Actually, I'll just show you, because like your site's so small, you don't need to use those.
Okay.
That's usually for a bigger site where it's would be an absolute headache. Here we go. Whoops. Here is your site in Google Search Console. Got some clicks here and there. You can see it, right?
Yep.
So then you'll go to pages, and you'll see, okay, 23 aren't indexed, and then 10 are. And then you can go see which pages are indexed. And these are the ones obviously ranking. Mainly, like, seems like concrete type decoration things. The concrete keywords do good. And the homepage. And then to go see what's not indexed, you go down here. We got those 12 pages. So, like, we won't rank for warehouse flooring, walkways, loading docks. And for a page like this, just to see what pages are on Google, is you can just copy the URL and then go into Google and just enter it in the top, hit enter, and then URL is not on Google. And then you can just request indexing for each page.
So so that seems grayed out. Is that because you're a limited access?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I can just go and manually do that. That's great.
Yeah, but like you always want to check on this. I think I checked on service areas, which I like how you added the map embed. I don't know if you got that from here.
I got that from you, and I just did it yesterday, so that's why that's fresh.
Heck yeah, I like it. I noticed that. And this is good. It's just the content is all the same per service page. So what I always do for service pages is I'll do like this, I'm guessing is the H1, which is super good. That's money. We'll have to get rid of those. But so Cypress concrete service, perfect. We'll make the rest of that not an H1, and then do each service you provide and then a link to it. So have them all be H2s, like what services. So have residential patios, Cypress, concrete driveways, Cypress, like literally an H2 for each one, describe it, and then you should be ranking. And you can interlink that H2 to your actual service.
So we just have one service page, but we're hyperlinking the city name to that service page. Is that correct? Meaning we just have one concrete driveways landing page, but our anchor text is concrete driveways Cypress on this page.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, concrete driveways, it looked like, let's see. So I guess for this, it looked like concrete driveways, and then it's a Cypress and concrete driveways would link to the service.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
And then, so I've made all these buttons go to the service pages, but is that not a good structure to do that? Will I not get the same benefit as the way you're describing?
No, that works.
Okay.
As long as it's interlinked, like that works too. It's just, I think each page should be different. Like instead of this whole section being copy and pasted, have them all be different, right? Talk about Cypress.
Okay, perfect.
But like I was saying before, you can go to these pages and to double check that they're indexed, just paste them into here. And you don't have many pages, so don't pay for a tool. So it's not on Google, so it won't get indexed.
Okay.
But before you get them all indexed, write all that content, make it look super good, super aesthetic, and then get them indexed.
Okay.
And like beyond that, you can just, it's a waiting game, and you can build links, which can end up costing money or taking time and sending a lot of emails that you won't get replies to. But a good way to do it, since you have Ahrefs, you can go check out your competitors and see what links they have and just try to get those same links.
Do you mind showing something since you have your, maybe you don't have Ahrefs pulled up, but just so see an example of how to do something like that?
Yep. Let's do one of those guys ranking Houston Concrete, see what kind of links they show up for.
Okay.
This is the best way to find like super cheeky backlinks.
Right.
So, like you can do it with all the best sites, especially local competitors is really easy.
And the great thing about SEO is that you have a lot of tools. Maybe they're not 100% accurate, but you can see what exactly you need to do and what work you need to put in to make something happen.
Yeah, you have all the tools in front of you. It's pretty much as soon as you have Ahrefs, which you can do it with other tools, it just, I don't know. I really prefer Ahrefs because it's all in one place. But between like Google Search Console, your own website, and Ahrefs, like nothing should hold you back. So this is HoustonConcrete.com. This one, I think it showed up first for, what term was it? Concrete Service, Houston, Texas. Yeah. So it's this one right here. And so we'll go look at them and see what links they have. And you technically, I think some citations will make you verify that you're an actual business, but some won't. So like we'll see these guys have 55 referring domains, DR 2.3, which is super low, and they're ranking first for that keyword. 92 traffic, 284 keywords, pretty good. And then these are the referring domains. So like Yellow Pages, like that's a citation, but just go through these and be like, okay, what could I possibly join? Homestead.com. Oh, okay. So it's like some silly little blog. Maybe I'll reach out to these guys.
So citation is like a Yelp, a local site that lists the name of the company, the website, that kind of stuff, and gets you some easy backlinks because anybody can sign up for something like that.
Yeah, and they're not all free, but if you don't have a phone number, because all citations do is it's called like NAP correctness, which is name, address, phone. It just lines that up, and it's all no follow links, so you don't really get juice from it, but it's just a really green flag to Google that like, hey, this guy is who he says he is beyond just his own website.
Okay. And then for the address part, we've just been putting Katy, Texas, because we don't have an address for this location. We already have some Google profiles that are attached to our business address. What would you suggest in those cases? Do you just leave the city, or do you try to get an address?
It depends how sketchy you want to be. I wouldn't. I'd just leave it, let it rank on its own, because I thought I Googled you guys in like a different tab, and you guys ranked pretty good.
Okay.
I wouldn't, because like you can do stuff with fake addresses, but personally, I'm not a fan of it. Katy Concrete Service. For some reason, for me, it shows that you guys rank first for Katy Concrete Service. And this is like the last point I made, because you guys do have the exact match domain. But yeah, we'll get back to this. So,
okay.
Yeah. So pretty much if you have Ahrefs, just go check out their link profile and just start clicking through these and see what ranks well. And a cool thing about Ahrefs is you can hit best links, show best links only. And if you want to have Ahrefs narrow it down, so they only have one amazing link, is what that says. So a Jamaica business directory, which I don't recommend, but Ahrefs seems to think it's good. But that's pretty much it. You just go to your competitors, grab a couple links, reach out to those people, sign up for whatever citations you can, and then it's really a waiting game. Like that's the biggest part of SEO. You just have to have patience. Make sure your site's indexed, update it every now and then. Yeah, there's the patience part. But the final part is like there may just not be enough search traffic in Katy. Like, because when I search in an incognito tab, which shows you guys showing up first, like Katy Concrete Service, like this is your guys' website, right? So it shows you guys showing up first. So I think not that many people may be searching it.
And there's the Facebook page that I originally saw and found their expired domain, so bought it, and then still haven't been able to get access to that. But I thought that would be cool to have multiple first page listings, but I didn't have a research tool like Ahrefs at the time to see search volume and stuff like that.
Yeah, because when I searched this in Ahrefs, yeah, it's like Ahrefs hardly can pick it up. But yeah, I don't know. That's a big part. Like in my videos when I'm building my rank and rent, like I spent like 2 hours just figuring out search traffic and if I could get a domain and all that. So that's the tricky part, because if you pick a town too small with no search traffic, I don't know, you just won't get leads or anything. But then if you pick a town too big, you won't rank. So
So on that topic then, while we have a little bit more time here, would you mind just talking about your ideas on how to find good rank and rent areas and niches, like what your thought process is to find the right search volume and the right difficulty to rank for something?
Yeah, I think it's super valuable to have a tool, but just for someone who doesn't have Ahrefs or something, just understand the key concepts of SEO and then think of like, I feel like everyone grew up in a town or knew like the big town next to them kind of. So like I grew up in Oregon and there's like a bunch of little towns I could search, like Ashland, Eagle Point, like those kind of areas. And like enough people live there that they would be searching for roofing repair, like those kind of keywords. So that's probably what I would do. If you're going to start out your first site, just get like a dinky template, get an exact match domain for an area you grew up next to and like you're familiar with, and enough people live there, obviously, and then just do the basic elements of SEO, like get a good homepage, get your tags right, and get your service areas, map embeds, and write a lot of content, like use as little AI as you can and copy people as little as you can. Just look at people for inspiration. And you'll probably do pretty good, and you'll get used to like trying to sell it, which is actually the hardest part.
Yeah. Like
telling people like, hey, I have leads. Do you want to give me a percentage? And it can be really difficult.
Yeah, that's a whole other beast that we just haven't had enough search volume or enough lead volume to justify it. I do have a couple of people that I've sent a lead or two to, but not enough where I feel confident renting it out to somebody till I know we can deliver consistent volume to them. And I know I can boost it up with running paid ads and things, but I really wanted to build this thing out fully so I really understood it so I can scale up additional sites.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I've seen people do that. Like if you're an absolute psycho and you want it to work no matter what, and you have like a job or something and money to invest, like do what I said at first and then run paid ads, like start getting a lot of leads, just super cheap, like Google ads, and like it'll work. I've heard of guys doing like 6 figures a month just building sites like that. So
if you were to reverse engineer a city, like you found something outside of Oregon and it was like for plumbers in a smaller city than the big cities there, what kind of search volume or what are you looking, what's that magic combination of, okay, this gets 30 searches a month and this gets 50 searches a month, so I feel like I could rent this site out if I ranked first? Like, what is your thought process on that side if you were using a paid tool like Ahrefs?
Yeah, if I'm using Ahrefs, like first I'm picking the service, like what service do I want people to do? And for the series I started, I was like, and I also saw a guy on TikTok do it. That's what he said. He did snow removal. And apparently it's reoccurring. Like people will continue to pay for snow removal. And I wanted something reoccurring. I thought that'd be cool to sell. I can always take a percentage off of like the monthly payment. So it's not like different price leads and stuff that aren't reoccurring. So I picked landscaping. And then I was like, all right, where do I want to do landscaping? I need somewhere like it lasts almost year round. Got to think of an area. So that kind of honed me in on California. And then just personally, I really like San Diego. So I just picked that area. I know the area. I visited there. I think it's best, if you know the area, have something personal with it, just because you're familiar. And then I just went city to city checking search traffic. So like the first city I think I did was Encinitas, and there was like 10 or 20 search traffic. But the difficulty for like landscape or Encinitas, let me see. was like really low, I'm pretty sure. And I had a bigger goal than just like a few leads a month. Like, okay, yeah, it looks like the search traffic is like crazy low, like 0 to 10. Yeah, I think so. Oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. Search volume. So like the difficulty's decently hard for how low that search volume is, and the traffic potential is like 10. So to me, that wasn't super worth it, even though I'm pretty confident I could rank when like there's a DR4 up top and like a DR10.
And the DR
Zero.
is the domain rank. So is that on a scale from 0 to 100?
Yeah. Yeah. So the top one right here is Yelp. So obviously Yelp is going to be a DR95. Absolutely insane. Yelp ranking number 1 in Encinitas only gets 12 traffic. Yeah. And so Yelp just literally does programmatic SEO where it'll create a page for literally every city in like the United States. So that's why they rank first for that. But the second page is like this, but they don't actually rank for landscaping. They rank for tree service. So there's a lot you have to keep an eye on within Ahrefs. And I forget all the time to look at like the top keyword, but they got 92 backlinks, 38 referring domains. So you really got to look at the competition. Like it took me like 2 or 3 hours to really figure out like where to go and what I wanted to do. So it just takes a real grind to find a niche or an area you can like insert a rank and rent in. And then like beyond that, to just find somewhere that you can rank that has the search volume, has low enough difficulty, then you have to make sure no one has the exact match domain. Right. So like if I found Houston, Texas, and then I go pull up on these guys who both have like HoustonConcrete.com, I'm like, shoot, now I got to restart. Now I might switch my service, but use that same city. So that's a good thing to do. You could have multiple different services and rank and rents in the same city if it's not super competitive. But yeah, that's.
Are you finding like if I got Houston Concrete Pro.com or something like that, adding a piece to the end that is not as rankable as just Houston Concrete?
If you got the exact search like Houston Concrete, that's the best you could do, but it's really not a game changer. Like I've seen people add Inc, Pro, all kinds of stuff at the end. Yeah. I would definitely say like try to get a .com. It's not supposed to affect anything, but people just trust the .com more. So
yeah, it may not affect ranking as much, but it also might not get as high of conversions if you do rank, because people are like, what is this .pro or
.io? It just feels weird if it's not like an AI startup. So
okay, what else can I ask you while we're here? So on that Ahrefs thing, the keyword difficulty was like 14 or something. What is 16? What is too high for you to even go down?
Well, you want it as low as you can. I would never go for anything over 30, I think. I think that'd just be crazy. And even like 20 and above, you're going to be waiting a while to rank, like for sure. It's going to take a lot of work, but yeah, don't do anything above 30. Let's just be an absolute headache. Unless you're trying to start a real business and like you get a Google business profile and like the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. And that is something else that I've considered too, is like building these sites up. And then maybe I just buy a concrete company in Katy or something where I partner with somebody that I can own part of the business and then generate leads that way if the renting and ranking part of this business doesn't work as well as I think.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Rank a website, then partner with a business, actually become a part of it. Then you can use their business profile and just crush. That's similar to what I do, like local SEO wise, but you actually are a part of it that way. Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. Let's see what else. Can't think of any major questions. I think you've been doing a really good job on your channel and we'll link that down below, Levi SEO. But it's basically you're doing a build in public rank and rent site. You also have somebody that is allowing you to do SEO on their current existing site and helping them get even higher in the rankings. And that's all, you're revealing a lot about the site in that way too. So I think it's just a good, easy to understand. You don't do these 5-hour videos. You're doing like bite-sized chunks of 5 or 10 minutes to get people to the next step of doing their own SEO.
Yeah, I would say they're still boring. Like overall, it's just like when I was trying to learn stuff, I didn't want anything hyper edited. And I didn't want to watch an 18-hour video. So it's like, I don't know. I got sick of watching both of those, and I won't call out like any YouTubers, but yeah, I just wanted someone where it's like 10-minute chunks, like put it all in a playlist, show me exactly how to do it because that's all I want to know, and then I can figure it out from there.
Awesome. As far as I know that you have some services where you help people do citations for them in blocks of 100. Is that something you still offer?
Yeah, we used to. We took it away. We're completely niching down into just HVAC, junk removal. We're just trying to kill it in those industries. The new agency website is still being built, but we're decking it out right now. So
awesome. And you say do you have partners that are doing all this with you?
Yeah, very small team, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, trying not to outsource to like the Philippines, be this white label agency, really trying to keep it all in-house as quality as we can. Because I think that's really where you start to lose it, because it starts with someone like me, learns the service, and then they're like, well, I can't do the service for 10 clients, and then they delegate it to some white label agency in the Philippines who doesn't do anything.
Yeah, there's great companies everywhere, but if you can manage more things that you can see every day, it makes your life a lot easier, and you can control the end product a lot better. So you said you're narrowing down to HVAC and junk removal. Why those niches?
Well, HVAC, like I love HVAC. My dad has been a salesman for like 27 years in the HVAC industry, worked his way up. So I always got to hear him come home, describe like what's going on. But I also got to hear how much money HVAC makes and like the margins and stuff. So HVAC it's such a good niche. Like people rank so quick, especially locally. Yeah. One of me and my other clients were just talking about like how much money there is. There's a story of a warehouse guy, and he always saw like the margins on HVAC and how much it sold for. And everyone told him to start a company, and he did eventually. And he sold it for like 200 million in 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So just the margins are there. It's crazy. Like the smallest HVAC company with 7 reviews on Google My Business will be doing like 500,000, like 750K in revenue.
That's great. And then the junk removal is a newer thing that you're pursuing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I met like that super cool guy. His name's Andrew Thompson, and he built his own junk removal service in LA and stuff. And I'm learning how to do it, like all the junk removal for that niche, or all the SEO for junk removal niche. So I figure a lot of his like followers and viewers will want to come to me for SEO. So that'll be just the second niche I target.
Okay. And you're staying focused because you can then, if you know that all these HVAC sites, you can get great links from a certain site or whatever, or the content that you write is similar so that you can duplicate similar structures on other sites. Is that why you're staying so focused?
Yeah. And like all my mentors just tell me like, just find one thing and be absolutely amazing at it. And there's a few other YouTubers on SEO or SEO YouTubers. Most of them only sell a course nowadays, but there's one, I can't remember his name, but he does SEO for like lawyers and accident attorneys, but he is like crushing in just that niche. Like that's what he does. That's what he kills it with. And that's it. So then people, when they come to you, they know like, okay, some vague SEO company, what are you going to do for me? Like I'm in stem cell research. How are you going to help me? And it's like, well, we do SEO for everyone. You want someone who's like, nope, HVAC SEO. I know you want to rank for furnace replacement, ductless mini split, water heater, and then you speak their language so you know what they want. And they're like, okay, maybe this guy knows what he's doing.
And their highest ticket items and more importantly, their highest revenue or highest profit items, I should say. So you a lot of times people go to a new industry and they say like, dentist, I bet you want more teeth cleaning. And they're like, no, we want these orthodontic new brace technology or teeth implants or something. So there's different levels to not only the amount of work required on a certain job, but the profit margin of things. So you can speak their language in that way too.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. They don't want to hear some vague thing. And honestly, they don't care about like, oh, your site's not indexed, because they don't even know what indexed means. They don't care about links. They just want, and like, that's what we target, conversion based. Like you might only be getting 19 traffic, but you're getting 5 sales calls and 2 sales, like from a furnace replacement, which is like $3,000 to $20,000. And that leads to another call and then a referral and then so on and so forth.
Awesome. Well, what do you want to do with this? You want to scale it up to 1,000 locations, or what's your capacity for how big you want to grow this?
I want to, yeah, I want to be the biggest name in the space, honestly. Like, I want to kill YouTube, crush the guys. I don't want to be like some course guy. I want everyone to benefit from a relationship with me. I'd rather show people like what I'm doing, because I'm not a baller yet. Like, I'm not doing anything super insane. But yeah, I just want to help everyone. I want people to be able to learn from me, not buy this stupid Iman Godzi level course, and just either join a super small community where everyone is making money from SEO, or like hire me to do their SEO, or just take all my documents to know how to do it exactly the way they want, delegate it to like a low-level employee. Yeah, really trying to scale to like the biggest I can, but also at the same time, take myself out of the business, like the operations, and yeah, get like a COO who knows how to do everything. We can keep the quality the same, and then I can just monitor. So I'm not doing.
And what made you decide to pursue SEO in the first place? I know you have a background of seeing your dad have these talks about HVAC industry, but why did that light you up to do SEO?
Yeah, honestly, it's like a stupidish journey. So I was like in college. Well, since like 18, I've always been entrepreneurial kind of mindset. But in college, I was like, all right, I'm doing whatever it takes to make money. And so I got into like NFTs, and which I did end up making money. I sold like, it was a watch, a crypto watch, and got like 100x return. So like 40 to maybe 100x, whatever, 40 to 400, whatever that is, 10 times return, not 100. Yeah. So I was just figuring out like whatever it took to make money online. I did a drop shipping store, sold phone cases, and that also was profitable, but like, it's just stupid. Like, I'm never going to provide for a family on that. I'd have grandmas texting me like, hey, I bought this for my niece. Like, when's it going to come? I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't even have a shipping label. Like, I feel super bad. And then honestly, my marketing teacher, he was a super cool, super godly guy. And like, he talked to me and I talked to him for a while, and he hooked me up with some connections, like people that knew what they were doing in marketing. And from all the stuff I did online, I always understood SEO. Like, I was like, okay, ranking online, I get the idea, but never thought about it being a business at all. And then I sat down with a guy who did it for an agency, and he was like the most down-to-earth dude ever. And he's like, ask me whatever you want, like margins, money, whatever. And so I wrote down like 40 questions and had like a 2-hour conversation. I was like, all right, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm staying the course. Not going to get like flashy object syndrome, and just stick with this, grind it out, get good at this, and then I'll see where it takes me. And so, yeah, I ended up getting my first client from the marketing teacher who connected me with that guy, and it was a church. And then like, I did not know what I was doing at the time, but like I had to learn quick, because I said like, yeah, I'll try to do it. And it was like $50 a month, like nothing. But yeah, that's where I just started from, learning SEO.
That's cool. And why, now that you have these skills and you are starting to dabble in the rank and rent side, why wouldn't you choose to go more of the rank and rent side where you own the asset versus doing work for other people? And I only ask because I've done, back a long time ago, I did some SEO, and I had one client, we got great results for them. And then as soon as we got ranked first for a majority of the keywords, then they didn't need to pay us anymore. So it worked my way out of a job by being successful. So that's the only reason I ask for that.
I just think I don't know. My gut tells me that rank and rents won't last forever. Like, that's honestly why. Because it's like, Google is trying to make their search engine as good as they can. I think every SEO gets the feeling that like things are going to go away. They're just going to do it. Like affiliate SEO and like building sites and like parasite SEO. I feel like rank and rent is one of those that shouldn't really exist. Like, normal dudes like me and you that don't own a business, like getting leads to a random site. I just don't believe it's going to be there forever. And I want the most stable thing to like provide for a family on, be able to sell one day. And yeah, I want a real business. I love talking with clients. Like, when you get a cool client, like, it's easy to accidentally stay on a call for like 2 hours.
That's awesome.
I just think it's cooler. It's fun to watch people be so happy that you like get them such a good return on like a very minimal investment. So I don't know. It's just cooler to me. And like, I'm not super into like make money online and don't talk to other people and that kind of thing.
Gotcha. And then I was going to ask you, I discovered you on YouTube. We paid for a consultation today for you to come on, but what has YouTube done to impact your business flow? Are you getting a majority of your clients from YouTube, or is it coming from other sources?
I actually really haven't got a crazy amount of clients from YouTube. That's definitely my own fault because I'm not like optimizing for it. I don't know. Getting to know like the YouTube game is definitely different for me because like you have people saying like, I don't know, like, dude, you're a copycat, like you suck, and like hating on your videos. And then you have the people like that email me all the time and they're super nice and like I really love them. So I'll have to get used to like blocking out like all the haters because I want to help everyone. Like that's my goal. I want everyone to benefit, but I also need to benefit. Like I got to make money. And so I'll get better at optimizing for leads through YouTube, and not having a website is a big deal. Like switching from like my old dinky agency website to the new one that's coming out is a major deal. And like, we'll start running ads eventually and then like sending out good copy to the newsletter to try to get leads through there. And yeah, so
That's great.
not that many links through YouTube yet.
It'll come. We started maybe a year ago really actively putting videos out, and definitely have experienced that we've had some of the nicest comments on a video, and then right below it is some of the most hateful, evil comments right below it. So it's like, well, what we've chosen to do is just on all the hater comments, we just say, thank you so much for watching, and we move on with our life instead of engaging back and forth. It doesn't pay off. So, and they watch the video so that hopefully they got something out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely interesting because I always see like creators like, man, the hate is so hard to deal with. And I was like, what? Like, you're rich. What are you talking about? And then like you get a comment and the guy's like, I didn't learn anything from this video. I was like, man, like, I'm sorry.
We spent hours putting together videos, so many great comments. And then one guy was like, I literally learned nothing. This is the worst video ever. I was like, wow, I guess I can't help you out.
Yeah, I got that same comment. Oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely weird. But yeah, just scaling up, trying to sign more clients. Yeah, working on the methods. Word of mouth is by far the best way to sign clients. Like if one business refers you to another, preferably not in the same niche SEO wise, then it's pretty much like a guaranteed client.
Awesome. Well, I know we're coming up on the hour, but I just wanted to thank you for doing this, and my takeaways. Hopefully I can get a copy of that Notion doc, but overall just adding more content, cleaning up our headings, and maybe at the end of the day, after doing all of that, we still might not have enough search volume for the domain that we chose, but we still can learn a lot from building this site and hopefully teaching other people how to do it. And then we'll take your advice, use Hrefs to get some better areas and better niches and build more sites, and just see if we can find something that actually has a high search volume, what we can do with the knowledge we learned today.
Yeah. Wow. That was a really good summary. I would not have remembered any of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I think it's something that we're really excited to teach, and it's income stream in conjunction with a lot of other things we're doing. So we have a SaaS company. We also get affiliate income and teach people about HighLevel and things like that, and a lot of other random revenue streams too. But it's something I've always wanted to do, is just rank a site and rent it out. So that's our mission to do with one of these that we're doing, at least.
Dude, yeah, you'll get it for sure. I think Go HighLevel is a really good engine to do that through, because I've never used it, but it sounds like you can just like cook out sites like crazy.
Yeah, you can duplicate over and over again, and they have a lot of templates. They're not always the best templates, but they're a great starting point to add to. And I can literally take this Katy site, once I've built it out exactly how I want it, I can duplicate it for Denver or some city outside of Denver and do the same thing. Obviously rewrite some content, but the site structure and everything is there, and it takes me like 10 seconds to duplicate. So
that's sick.
Yeah. So
dang.
Well, awesome, Levi. I appreciate you coming on. I'll have all the links down below. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we wrap up?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll have all your info down below, and hopefully you can come on again and roast our next site as we build it out.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't have to roast it. I feel bad that my sites don't match it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cool.